Okay, imagine this for a second. Instead of, digging through the medicine cabinet, what if you could just step outside into your own backyard and find what you need?
Hmm.
We've got some really fascinating stuff to dig into today. It's all about this thing called the Medicinal Garden Kit. And honestly, the potential here feels, well, pretty groundbreaking.
It really does.
Mm.
And what's so compelling, I think, is this idea of returning to a more direct relationship with nature for our well-being.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
something, our ancestors just knew, and this kid seems to offer a way back to that, but in a really practical, hands-on way.
Exactly. So this medicinal garden kit, what actually is it? Well, it sounds this is basically a curated collection,
Hmm.
right? High quality seeds for 10 different plants,
10 specific plants.
all known for their medicinal properties, 10 little powerhouses. And the really cool part, it apparently comes with a guide
Yes, that seems crucial.
put together by Dr. Nicole Apelian. Now, she's not just a biologist, she's also an herbalist with like real experience. She's actually used these kinds of remedies herself.
Which adds a lot of weight, I think, that personal connection.
It does, doesn't it? It makes it feel more authentic.
Absolutely. You've got the scientific background there, understanding how they might work, but also that practical lived experience. It's a great combination for anyone curious about natural health.
So our mission today really is to unpack what this kit actually offers you if you're interested in this stuff. How easy is it, to get started, especially if you're maybe new to gardening or herbs
For both. Yeah.
or both? And what are the actual like tangible benefits? What could you really get out of growing your own remedies?
Right. So that core idea you mentioned, having a natural pharmacy in your backyard,
It paints such a vivid picture, doesn't it?
it really does. Just the thought of being able to, access natural support for everyday things
Mm.
instead of always reaching for something processed.
Mm-hmm. There's a
Right.
real appeal there.
Definitely. And it taps into this growing desire people seem to have for more natural ways to care for themselves, more sustainable ways too.
Okay, so we know it includes premium seeds, 10 types. We don't have the exact list, unfortunately, but
You can imagine, right?
yeah, it sparks the imagination thinking about what might be in there. Probably plants used for calming, maybe, like chamomile.
Could be.
Yeah.
Or lemon balm, perhaps.
Okay.
Things known for anti-inflammatory properties, maybe, like calendula,
Huh.
yarrow. It's speculation, but based on common medicinal herbs.
Right. And premium seeds. What does that usually mean? Better chance they'll actually sprout.
Generally, yeah. Selected for things like high germination rates, maybe genetic purity, potentially the strength of their medicinal compounds.
And you know exactly how they're grown. No pesticides unless you use them.
That's a huge plus for a lot of people, that control and transparency.
And it's not just about what the plants do for us, is it? There's this mention of them benefiting the garden itself.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Like improving the soil, maybe?
Yeah.
Attracting good insects, bees, pollinators.
Ah, the companion planting idea?
Exactly. Like they all help each other out, creating a little ecosystem.
That makes sense. It's that interconnectedness, isn't it? They're not just isolated little medicine factories. They're part of a whole system.
Okay, but how do you go from a plant in the ground to something you can actually use? That's where this herbal medicinal guide, from seeds to remedies, sounds absolutely essential.
Totally essential.
Ugh,
Because without that,
you've just got some nice plants.
exactly, just potential. But this guide, apparently from Nicole herself, gives you the step-by-step how to make tinctures, salves, teas.
Which sounds complicated, but maybe it isn't.
Well, the guide aims to make it accessible, even for total beginners. It bridges that gap, between growing and using.
So like a tincture is what?
Yeah.
An alcohol extract.
Usually, yeah, alcohol or sometimes glycerin or vinegar. It pulls out the plant's compounds into a concentrated liquid. Easy to store and use,
And a salve. That's like a balm for your skin.
pretty much. Usually an oil-based thing, often with beeswax infused with the herb. Good for applying topically.
Okay, got it. And the range of uses seems pretty broad. Hints about pain relief, digestive help.
Wound care is often mentioned with herbs, too.
Right. And it's positioned as like a natural alternative to, well, the guide calls them chemical-based treatments.
Mhm. It's important to be realistic, of course. These herbs have long traditional uses. Science is looking into them more, but they aren't necessarily replacements for conventional medicine for serious issues.
Sure, yeah. Due diligence required.
But for general wellness, everyday discomforts,
Mm-hmm.
they can offer a gentler approach for many people.
Okay, this is really cool. We actually have some feedback from someone who bought it, a verified purchaser named Sarah.
Oh, brilliant. Real-world experience.
Yeah, and she sounds thrilled.
Yeah.
She said she'd always been curious about growing herbs, but felt like a bit lost, didn't know where to start.
Which is probably where a lot of people are at.
Totally. But she says this kit made it incredibly straightforward. She was really impressed with the seed quality, and she specifically mentioned how clear Nicole's guide was, like step by step, easy enough for a complete novice.
That's great feedback. It confirms that beginner-friendly aspect we were talking about. It actually delivers on that promise.
And get this, she's already made stuff. She made chamomile tea
Nice and calming.
and something called a chicory salve. And she said she was amazed at how well they worked.
Wow, okay, so effective results for her.
Yeah. And she uses this word empowered, feeling empowered, knowing she can use natural remedies from her own garden. She said it really shifted her perspective on health.
That feeling of empowerment?
Hmm.
That's huge, isn't it? It's not just about the remedy itself.
No.
It's that sense of agency, that connection, taking an active role. That's a really significant benefit, more than just symptom relief.
So thinking about potential questions someone listening might have, like, is it really easy to get started if I kill houseplants?
Huh. Yeah, the green thumb question.
But Sarah's experience seems to answer that, right? She found it beginner-friendly because of the guide.
Exactly. The guide seems to be the key component addressing that barrier. It's not just seeds in a box, it's the knowledge transfer too.
And the effectiveness question. Do these things actually work?
Well, Sarah thought so, with her tea and salve. That's one person's positive experience, which is encouraging. And again, that empowerment factor can play a role in perceived well-being too.
Yeah, mind-body connection.
Absolutely. Knowing you grew it, you made it. That can definitely enhance the experience.
And it seems versatile. Tinctures, salves, teas. The brochure apparently mentions oils too.
Mm-hmm. Different ways to prepare and use the herbs.
So it's not just one-trick pony. You get a range of options depending on the plant and what you need.
That versatility adds a lot of value. You can tailor things more, experiment a bit once you get comfortable.
Okay, so wrapping things up. It really looks like the Medicinal Garden Kit offers a surprisingly straightforward way to get into natural remedies at home.
Accessible seems to be the key word.
Yeah. Backed by Dr. Apelian's expertise, you get the seeds for potentially really useful plants, and crucially, you get the instructions, the how-to.
Transforms the potential into practice.
And hearing from someone like Sarah who actually used it and found it easy and effective, that's pretty compelling.
It really is. It's about making these natural options less mysterious, less intimidating, and empowering you to, well, engage with your own health using the plant kingdom.
So here's something to maybe chew on. Think about those everyday little health things you deal with, the ones you might normally grab something off the shelf for.
Mm-hmm.
Could growing your own herbs offer a different kind of solution? A natural one, maybe even a more satisfying one? What are some of those common issues you might be curious about tackling with plants you grew yourself?
It's definitely food for thought. When you weigh up the potential physical benefits alongside that sense of connection and empowerment,
Yeah.
exploring homegrown herbal remedies feels like a really interesting avenue for anyone interested in natural health. Definitely worth considering.